Hi everyone, I'm Lila from Little Beetle Chocolates, and today I would like to talk to you about a subject that came up on my stories the other day, which is bitter chocolate. So, a lot of times, um, dark chocolate is associated with with bitter flavor, and in many languages, such as in Hungarian, my mother tongue, uh, we even say bitter chocolate when we refer to dark chocolate, and it really makes me mad since I've came across craft chocolates. I don't remember a chocolate that tasted bitter, even the 100% ones. There's tons of different other flavors and tastes, but not bitter usually. I don't say not at all, but uh, in the craft chocolate world, we consider bitter as an off flavor. So, which means there's a fault in the chocolate, whether due to the cocoa genetics or the post harvest practices, or a fault or an error made by the chocolate maker. And I'm gonna touch on those in more detail. So, basically, dark chocolate shouldn't be bitter. A very common misunderstanding is that people, when they taste something bitter, they can't really. Sorry, when people taste something sour, they think of it as bitter. So they confuse bitterness with sourness. They're very easy to differentiate the two. Uh, if you've got one lemon, try squeezing the lemon juice out. It's not that hard. Taste the lemon juice. Lemon juice is citric acid, so acidic, which is sour. And then um, take a piece of the peel, that white bit, the pith, and taste that. That is bitter. So you will see how different the pith is to the lemon juice itself. Another thing that is bitter is quinine, which is found in tonic water. So you can try that as well. It tastes a little bit like um, medicine, and it has a drying sensation on your tongue. But sour is completely different. Um, and sourness, acidity, it can be found in chocolate, especially dark chocolates, and especially in some cacaos. For example, Madagascar is really well known for its tart berries and citrus flavors with high acidity and high in tannins as well. Um, so that's, yeah, the confusion about sour and bitter. So the main reasons a chocolate can taste bitter, I think there's three main reasons. So the first reason is the quality of the beans used. Bulk beans, which are mainly forastero, grown in Africa, uh, are considered to be lower quality beans. So already, if the beans are not so good quality genetically, it can provide you with a very bland or boring flavor, not necessarily bitter, um, but depending on the manufacturing practices, they can turn bitter quite easily. The other thing is the quality of the beans themselves. So even a very good quality bean, genetically good quality bean, so a fine flavor bean, can taste bitter if the post-harvest processing or the chocolate making procedure has problems. So bad fermentation, under fermenting, over fermenting, or just the fact that they mix different harvests or moldy beans. So if they don't sort the beans out to take out affected beans, these can all lead to very bad off flavors. Um, During the fermentation and drying process, if there's, or the transporting, if there's anything that gets into the beans, It could be any kind of smell or even liquids, such as oil, water, anything during the transportation, for example. These can all alter the flavor of the beans. Then, when the beans get to the maker, roasting is the strongest thing that can affect the beans' flavor in this regard, mainly because if you over roast the beans, you burn those beans. So, and burnt beans will give you the most bitter flavor you can get. And I'm set to tell you now, maybe it's the first time you hear it, but most of the chocolates that you find in supermarkets, even big brands that you admired, uh, would do this, would burn their beans, because then you get a uniform flavor, a chocolatey flavor, um, which at the moment I only taste as a burned brownie. That's the only way I can describe this flavor. Um, so yeah, I think over roasting is probably the strongest point here. Um, yeah, so just remind yourself this when you taste chocolate again, that if it tastes bitter, it's probably something to do with either the beans, the processing, or the making. Uh, it shouldn't taste bitter at all if it was made by a craft chocolate maker from high quality beans. If you're buying in a supermarket, then you know maybe you have to try a different brand. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today, and I will be back with some different short videos like this to talk about chocolate and craft chocolate movement. Please hit the comments below if you've got anything to add or any questions, and also if you've got any ideas for future videos on what you would like to hear from me next. Thanks for watching, and hope you taste better chocolate today. Goodbye.